That space there was the Polish Women's Hall. It was a Polish neighborhood, and they would have events there. They decided to have a bike show to show trophy motorcycles, custom motorcycles. The Hells Angels had several bikes in the show, but at the time, I wasn't a member. I was a hang-around. I wanted to be like these guys. We came in the front entrance, and we're there. Oh, we're at the bike show. Oh, good time. Oh, beautiful bikes. Look at that chick over there. Wow, yeah, hey. Crouch was in front of me, and we're walking up the steps, and we're looking around, and the breed first started coming in. I'd never heard of any kind of rivalry. I'm not a member. I'm not privy to that kind of information.
There was an off-duty officer working the event. He called the district saying, "It looks like there's going to be trouble." I was one of those officers dispatched to help. Upon my arrival, one thing that popped out, there were a lot more breed than there were Hells Angels.
You got to understand the numbers of people. There was one article, this guy says he lost count at 124 breed. And I always say that there was 32 of us there in total. And we're going up to where the rest of the Hells Angels were, and they're all looking at us. As we're walking through there, walking through the crowd. And that hall is packed now. Butch locked eyes with some breed member. He says, "Yo, why don't you give me some, you know?" And then the hit the fan.
I saw somebody jump very quickly, and then everybody was fighting around me.
The screaming, some crying, the panic. Crouch gutted somebody. One of the breed, he gutted him to his teeth.
We called a citywide alert. Any policeman anywhere in the city, go to Marble and Broadway Polish Women's Hall.
There was like 200 people. All that energy, all that violence. When you're outnumbered almost 8-1, you got to watch your back, you got to watch your side, and you got to watch the guy in front of you.
You could see knives flashing, people were dropping to the ground, trails of blood all over, and the knife wounds were focused on the back.
I was a hang-around, I wasn't a member. This was all new to me. I mean, there was no plan, it just happened. We were defending ourselves.
That was planned. That wasn't self-defense. I've heard from several people who were patch-wearing members of the Hells Angels that it was planned ahead of time.
Prior to the Polish Women's Hall, these breed, they said that they were going to come there to that hall and they weren't going to leave till all the Hells Angels were down. And we had heard about it. Policemen had told us about it.
So the Angels brought in members from other chapters, Massachusetts, several chapters in New York, and they pre-positioned weapons inside the hall a day or so before. They had been in the military and they understood the importance of surprise. They knew that they were going to be surrounded by breed members in colors, and that occurred. But unbeknownst to the breed, there were a number of other Angels from other chapters, not in colors, that had surrounded them. So when it started, the breed were taken by surprise, and they suffered many casualties.
I kept hitting this one kid, and I noticed his eyes was rolling back. And I looked up, and there was an arm coming down with a knife in it. He stuck me in the chest. So I pulled my knife, and I killed him. And that was the first person I ever killed.
Then there's a lull. Everybody's looking around. And naturally, you hear police sirens. There's Cops now coming into the door. We put some people in the car and we took off.
There were policemen from all over the city grabbing bikers. A picture emerged like something no officer ever sees in his career.
I found one dead on arrival, one died on the cart, one died for me on the operating table.